I've been on the hunt for a good work slash gaming laptop for quite a while now, but I did not want to spend upwards of $2,000 to $3,000 on a gaming laptop because that's not my primary gaming platform, as I game on PC, my consoles, and we are going to be building a new PC on this channel coming up here soon. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to see how that turns out. But as far as the laptop, I wanted to stay in that budget range, but I didn't want a piece of junk. So like many of us do, I got online and I started searching and scrolling and digging for a good budget gaming laptop. And I kept coming across this one budget gaming laptop from Walmart that everybody kept recommending. That is the HP Victus from Walmart. Now, as far as some core specs, it is a 15-inch laptop running AMD Ryzen 5 512 gigabytes SSD. It is 1080p IPS display at 300 nits and 144 hertz, running on RTX 4050, and unfortunately, it only has 8 GB of RAM. But luckily, with the help of Corsair, we're gonna upgrade that to the max capacity of 32 GB of Corsair DDR5 RAM. All right, so let's get to popping this open. Again, I have not opened this at all yet. I am been very anxious here to pop this open and see what all is packed. It's probably been sitting here for like a couple weeks now. All right, so there's that. Let's get our power. I can feel our power brick over here. That's everything that's in the box. Here's our power brick. So here it is in the box. Pop this open. Oh, it's got some loft to it, I'll tell you that. It definitely has some loft to it. You know what? Hold up. Let me get a scale. 1 second here. Okay. Let's get this plastic off so we don't get any, someone in the comments will be like, well, that's not the true weight. It had a plastic bag around it. I'm curious how much this weighs because, again, it has some good loft to it. It really does. All right, scale is fired up. Get it down. We're right at 4 pounds, roughly 15 ounces. Just looking over the laptop right out of the box, I'll tell you what, I mean, it feels premium. Again, it has good weight to it. You got that glossy V right there. It says Victus. You don't really see any HP branding right on the front. When you go to the back side, you got these big rubber feet down here, all that ventilation where you can see your two fans. Can you guys see that camera? You got the two fans right over there. All right, very nice. What is this? Okay, so we got our Ethernet port that pops open. HDMI, USB-A, USB-C. Over here on the other side, power, another USB-A, a headphone port, and then we actually have an SD slot. Really nice. I'm really liking the design and style of this, but let's pop it open. Okay, so we had our screen protector in there. Someone in the comments can be like, okay, it wasn't the true weight. We had this little thing in there. Anyways, get that over there. So looking at the laptop, this is my first thing I always check when I look at something budget as far as a laptop. And I will tell you, just pressing on it, there is a significant amount of flex. Like you feel it bounce down, not just the keys, but let me pull it up into the camera and see if you guys can see. Like the whole body, it does flex down when you press it. So let me see if I was to be gaming. All right, so it's not flexing over here on the left, not flexing over here on the right. It's just right in the middle. Right here by the H and the J where it starts flexing. Now, as far as the monitor or the screen back here goes back, you can see there's a little bit of bounce back right there. If you go all the way back, that's as far back as it goes. Coming up here, as far as closing, really nice down there. Trackpad, I have to fire it up and see, but pretty nice. I really think the aesthetics and feel of this laptop is pretty nice. The only thing I can complain about is that little bit of flex in the middle right there. But again, if you're gaming, I don't think many of us will be using this keyboard unless you're on the go. But again, it doesn't scream HP all over it. Again, it's just minimalistic and sleek, which is what I really like. But the one thing you will read about this laptop or watch videos about is that 8 GB of RAM. Everybody states it's too low. You got some hiccups in the games. It can't even run some of the games. Hence the reason, again, we got that Corsair RAM. And it is the max capacity you can load up on this is 32 gigabytes. It comes with 8 in there. It's DDR5, so you don't need to go 32 to the max, which you probably won't even use, but I wanted to go dual channel here instead of just one stick. And I know some of you out there can be like, well, man, if you're doing this, packing 32 gigabytes of RAM into this DDR5, you're kind of getting rid of that whole budget segment of this laptop because it's going to push it up into the mid $700 range. And I can see that point, but still with it packing 144 hertz, IPS screen, and now with all this RAM, I still think it's going to be be a very nice versatile laptop, and we're staying under that $1,000 price range still. So all right, let's go on and install this RAM. And first thing we're gonna have to do is take this laptop apart. Hopefully I got enough juice in my little tiny electric screwdriver here. All right, how the heck does this thing come off? Do we just peel it from the back end? It's clipped in there pretty snug. I ought to go get one of those plastic tools. So let's go on and try these. These are actually these little automotive pry things. So those little plastic clips in your car. So I don't know, we'll see if these work. Let's try the bigger one first. I don't wanna ruin anything. Oh yeah, much easier. Then you just go right along the edge, and it's just wanting to pop up now. If I haven't mentioned it yet, this is my first time doing this, like actually upgrading a laptop. And I've built plenty of PCs, but as far as a laptop, this is my first time. And one little tip I want to give you here is don't do like I was about to do and try to pry this up. You'll crack this and bend it and just ruin it. Go get some of these. And again, these are not meant for a laptop or PC. These are basic auto clip priors. So you can find them at your auto store, basic hardware store, whatever. And they just go segment by segment, each little bit right there, and it pops up because it is clipped all the way along this. So again, just take your time, pop it up so you don't break your back case. But anyways, now that you can see the inside, let's take a look over this first. This is pretty cool. So you can see we got these fans over here. There's our NVMe. This is going to be our RAM underneath there. You can see our cooling, again, going all the way through to there. Here's our battery down on the bottom. So you can see, again, the battery down here, cooling up there. At this middle part, that's where that flex is coming from the keyboard, where it's just minimalistic right there. So I don't know. It kind of would have been nice if they had something else there. What are these screws for right there? I don't know what that's for. I'm not too sure. Anyways, there's our SSD. We got another SSD slot. That would have been pretty cool. Let's see what's underneath here. This, again... Okay, is that just a sticker that peels up? Yeah. Okay, so that's our RAM. We'll put that back down. I'm not sure what that sticker's for. But as you see, that is our RAM right there. I was curious if there was another SSD slot. That would have been pretty cool to upgrade the memory. But all I'm seeing is that one. Am I missing something, guys? So let's go on and remove our RAM, and we're just gonna pull these little tabs out on the side, and it just pretty much pops right out by itself. There you can see our stick. What does this say it is? Replace with HP spare. Okay, so this is Samsung memory. That's just a little stick on the front, sticker right there. I wanna see if I can get that off and show you guys. So I bet the camera can't pick it up, but it is Samsung DDR5, 8 gigabytes right there. So, again, I'm sure you can find these on eBay with people swapping them out, and just slap another one of these in there and you'll be perfectly fine and still stay in that really budget class. But we are going to go with this Corsair, the Vengeance 16 gigabyte, 5600, again, DDR5. Let's go and pop these open, as I haven't even opened these yet either. I'm excited here, guys. Like, I've been waiting to do this. Look, I'm just tearing open this box. I'm so excited. I've been waiting to do this video for a while here. Okay. How do we get this open? Oh, there we go. Yo, it's so tiny. Look at that. Super tiny. Okay, so it goes in. Man, I should have looked at that. What way was it in? Was it in like flat? It looks like it matches. DDR1. Do we got to pull these open, or are they already open? Maybe I should watch a video as well. I think we're just going to go right in. Let me see. So go, nope, wrong way, like this. I should probably watch a video. Yeah, there we go. So it's like that. And then press it in. And there we go. Perfect. I honestly thought this one was upside down, which maybe that side does go like that. Let's see. Let's get this other stick open and see if it actually goes upside down. Because that's how I thought I took it out, which is confusing me here a little bit. So does this one go like this, facing upwards? Okay, it is. So that's what threw me off. This one was upwards. That one is down right there. So we're going to snap it in first into its slot, and then press it down, and bam, we're done. Make sure all that's good. Well, now I forget which way the sticker went. Okay, it can only go one way. So press that there. Is that supposed to block some heat? Let me know down in the comments. Is this little sticker, is that like a heat shield or something? Don't seem like too much protection. Now let's go in and get our back plate and put this bad boy back together and fire it up. It's just gonna clip in there. Oh yeah, it just snaps down into place. Then we'll screw it together. That was pretty darn painless and easy. A little bit nerve-wracking since, like I stated, it was my first time, again, peeling it apart. But just like building a PC, take your time. Again, get those tools and just pry it up there in a super easy upgrade. All right, so pulling you over to the screen side, I'm gonna show you again the 3 games that I've been playing mainly, kicking it off with Diablo 5 here. Then we got the game bar from Xbox just pulled up there just so you can see the usage and what's going on. Hold on a second, you know, that might be a little annoying for you guys. But let me start with that actually, the speakers. It's what you're hearing right now. I'm sitting about this distance, yeah, what do you say, 2 feet, 3 feet from the laptop. Speakers coming out through right there. And they're decent. You got them down here. I got it cranked to, I believe, 70. Yeah, we'll crank it up to 100. Find some more enemies. So let's go on and bring that down a bit. So again, they're laptop speakers. I mean, you shouldn't really expect much more out of a laptop. Heck, even if you got like the best of the best, laptops are still laptops, you know. What I'm focused on here is performance. You see we're staying pretty much right around that 144. And we'll go into my settings here and see what I got it set to. Just want to show you it run. And again, if it keeps up in the midst of chaos and such. And I got texture quality up to ultra. Everything else is pretty much on high. The fog, you know, I actually had my fog lower. I was testing it earlier to see, but no matter what, I pretty much stayed around 144. I always bump my shadow quality down, you know, so again, we're pretty much at max settings right here, and it's looking really good. Now I want to show you the first Descendants, and you're going to start hearing this laptop start to chug up quite a bit, but stick around even for our last game because I want to show you something else, the HP Control Center or whatever, and I got everything boosted up to performance, which again kicks those fans on quite a bit. Let me show you the settings I have here for graphics. Balanced again. We'll go down here. I have everything set to high, shadows on medium and effects on medium. So that motion blur I always keep off. So again, everything's on high and we're staying right there. So we can't really boost up. You know, I'll just go join this down here and see what we get. These are usually pretty chaotic when the bombs start dropping and everything. I don't know if you guys want to hear more of the volume. So I don't know if I should keep it low or high. Again, they're laptop speakers, so don't expect much right there. Okay, here you go. This is exactly what I want to show you. Look at it dipping down there. We're going to get it dipping down into like the 70s. Once we get in there, there you go, low 70s. Let's get some super going here, a little ability. Yeah, 74, 69. Okay. So yeah, we dropped down into the high 60s was the lowest. The other thing I want you to notice is just look at the colors. While we're playing here, get your eyes off the frames. I know that's kind of what we're all seeing, like what's the performance, what's it really getting? But focus on the colors here, like the yellows, the reds, especially the reds. Okay, there we go. You get anything good? No, nothing good. Anyways, so looking at the colors here, and you probably notice this in Diablo as well too. That looks pretty good. But they're a little, let me get in somewhere with more sunshine so you guys can see. There you go. So if you look at the reds right here, and look at the health bar, for example, and again, back to the blues, it's just, I don't want to, you know, yeah, I'm going to stick with it. It's a little washed out, right? The colors are a little softer. They're not, again, as vibrant and bold as I'm used to coming from OLED, just coming off a 4K monitor testing here. And again, I'm not very used to 1080p, but the colors are definitely just softer. They're a little bit duller, if that makes sense. I mean, it still looks great. It's still passable. I can play on this all day. But again, I just want to mention the difference from what I'm used to what I'm playing on now, which again, we're talking budget to thousands of dollars, right? So you'd expect that. But the performance of Descendants and then the colors, again, a little washed out, a little bit less performance over here on the first Descendants. Now I want to show you some gameplay from Atlas Fallen. And this is going to kind of mesh together everything that you just saw from the first Descendants over to Diablo, being in frame rates as far as performance, and then also the colors. So as you see right now, we're just standing here. We got the town and everything. We're down into the 70s. Let's go out here. Now, the first Descendants, again, it's a game that it's a very empty world, so I don't know if we're going to be able to find a battle, but we can at least get out here and check some stuff out, get some foliage on. All right, so we just saw that kind of cut in right there, that fog or the sand. But you see we're staying around mid 80s, high 70s. I will tell you, whenever you get into a battle, it drops significantly lower. So let's see if, I don't know if I can find it. There's a spiker down there. Let's go on and get this. We'll see if that'll jump it up a bit, because the frame rate started dropping pretty low. Let's see. Well, we're staying into the 90s here. Geez, actually jumping higher. Okay, well, I'm not too sure what's going on, guys, because when I was testing it, it jumped down quite a bit low for me. So we'll go into settings here. Display and graphics. 144 hertz, 1080p. Motion blur, I got all that stuff off. Where do we get to our core settings? Here we go. High, shadow, again, drop down to medium. Everything else set to high right there. And again, we've gotten pretty good like this. That weirded me out. Let's go down here by some water and such. All right, so we're still staying by the 90s. Not bad. I was in a boss battle and there was fire and lights and everything going on. And it got pretty rough, I'll tell you. The frame rate started dropping a good bit. Again, I was kind of more or less around the 70s. But not too bad here. Now, the last thing I want to show you here is this Omen Game Booster, or Omen Gaming Hub. It's the game booster that I want to show you within it. Now, when you pop in here, they got tons of ads for games and stuff, and then their products. This must have been why HP purchased HyperX, so they can shove their products down all their laptops and gaming PCs and such. Good, sneaky, right? Anyways, down here is some of the basic stuff like we saw on the gaming bar, the Xbox gaming bar. What I want to show you is the optimizer here, the booster, which we had active during all that gameplay we were doing, which you can just simply click it on or off. You can come down here to configure it if you want, as far as stuff running in the background or whatnot. Again, refresh programs, just kind of stuff you got running in the background. Quick, easy, and very easy to understand, you know? Then you got cleaner if you want to free up some space and stuff. Back to the quick start right over here. And you come over here to your games, which again will show you if you got the booster. So you can come over here, what does it say? Enable booster, which you can have on each of them. Enable booster, and you can disable it. Whenever you fire it up, it'll actually activate the booster per game that you are using. And then of course you got the overlays and stuff. And then your basic laptop, which this is kind of what stuff we were looking at over with the game bar over there, showing your CPU and your RAM usage. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed that the RAM usage got up to around 50%. So that's just showing you that 8 gigabytes is not going to pass. You need minimum 16, minimum, bare minimum. As you saw, review right at that 50%, sometimes over. So you might want to go 32 like we did, even though we're never going to really use that 32 currently. But again, it's peace of mind. The 8 gigabytes is not going to work whatsoever. And then as far as memory, I wish there was another NVMe slot in there. I don't know if I was missing something, but that's something I kind of wish right there. Again, you got the performance control over here, which we had it in performance. Out of the box, it's set on default. But again, it says may increase heat and noise levels, which we had. So why I want to show you the Omen Gaming Hub is I honestly like it. It's very simple. It has everything you need right there. It's almost like a simplified BIOS, which BIOS is annoying to use. I hate using it on PCs, you know, but this is easy. You want to boost it up, you boost it up. You want to see some temps and what everything's pushing, you can see that right there. You want to optimize each game, you can do that with the click of the button. It's very easy. Yes, they shove ads down your face, which sucks, but you know, whatever. It's a company. It's what they do, right? They're out to make money. But the software at its core, I do like it, and it's very simple to use. But talking about it, with that upgrade, which is another, let's just say $150, we are now at $750 after tax. We're just gonna say it's $800. Well, you open up a whole nother ballgame of laptops, I believe. But when you look at what we have here, when I'm talking $150 going 32, again, you don't have to use that. You can probably keep yourself around $700. But I want to talk about myself at $800. I love what this laptop is pushing, what it's putting out there. Again, it's 1080p, sure. The colors are a little bit softer, not as vibrant as I'm used to, but this isn't my main daily gaming rig, right? I game on console a lot and I have my main PC, and again, we're building a new one. This is whenever I'm on the road, or maybe I'm testing products over here whenever I'm working, testing products on the go. This is my handheld gaming device here, and it's doing everything that I need and beyond. And even at the 800 buck range, I think it's a total win. I'm really happy with this purchase, and I highly recommend it. Just make sure, again, you update that RAM. So anyways, thank you all so much for coming by for this video. I really appreciate your support, and I hope you like this take. Y'all know I love giving that raw consumer take, not spec-filled numbers and doctor talk where I don't understand anything, you know what I mean? So that's the way I like watching videos, and I hope it's helpful to you guys. Again, getting that raw experience. How does it perform as a gamer? You know, not just a whole bunch of numbers. So I hope this video was able to help you out, and if it was, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye now.